Welcome to Triad Takes, the podcast where a few guys from Winston-Salem, North Carolina break down everything from NFL matchups to life, culture, and all the tangents in between. That's right, we're not just talking X's and O's, we're bringing you the takes, the banter, and the stuff you didn't even know you wanted to hear. Whether it's your weekly fantasy football advice, hot local sports talk, or just a few 20-somethings wifing on whatever's on our minds, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones, buckle in, and get ready. It's time for Triad Takes. Hello, I am Caleb August here with my co-host, Justin. Justin, you want to sound in here?
Yeah, what's good?
Well, how are you guys doing today? Well, here we're just trying to talk about the first NFL week, but first I wanted to start it off with our first football game of the year was last week. We're big Wake Forest fans just because we're here in the Winston-Salem area. We were playing Kent State, which is infamously one of the worst teams here in the NCAA. Is that right, Justin?
Oh, they were bad. They were so bad.
I mean, I think this is the team where playing in NCAA 2025, they would like give you things if you played with Kent State, or Kennesaw
Yeah,
State.
I was gonna say
See,
it's
I forget the
Kennesaw.
name. That's literally
No
how
one
bad
cares
they
about
are.
them,
Is
so
I forget about them. So if you played with Kennesaw State, they would like give you like I don't know season tickets or I don't know. They would give money to the
like
Kennesaw
they'd have like
State
a
to get
raffle.
better. NIL deals, yeah, stuff like that. It's just crazy things. I might have just made up some stuff there, but that's
Yeah,
how
you
that's how
definitely did,
bad
but it's
Kennesaw
okay.
State is. But with
Yeah.
Wake Forest, we had no clue how they were going to be. They got brand new coach, but you know we thought it would be a little better than it was. But they ended up taking the win at 10-9, which was very underwhelming to say the least. But anything you want to say about it, Justin? It was a pretty tough game to watch.
If you love defense, you would have loved that game. But there was about no offense going
Um,
on that field.
it wasn't even good defense, I would say. It
No.
was just two teams that were just poorly coached, or just poor execution all the way
Yeah,
around.
I don't know about coaching yet, but definitely execution was horrible. Wake Forest should have bodied
For
them.
sure,
The guys in that line were
for
massive.
sure. Well,
But
to say the least, we are very happy that the NFL and NCAA football is back. That fantasy football is back. That's one of our favorite
hmm
sports, and we got a few leagues. I've only got one with Justin, but fantasy football, one of the best traditions in all of sports.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
All right, let's
I'm very
talk
excited
about
for fantasy football and all just football in general.
absolutely for sure. Hey, can we talk about NFL Week 1 and see what we
Absolutely.
kind of think how it shakes out and things like that? I'm actually a big Carolina Panthers fan. Justin, who's your biggest
Tampa
team?
Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think you are from the area, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you love Baker Mayfield, and I
Oh
think
yeah.
from what I understand, they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, we
Is
didn't
that
do
correct?
great, but we did make it.
That's true. But you did get Tom Brady a couple years ago, and you got
Oh
a
yeah, we got a
you got a
Super Bowl and it
championship.
worked. It was
So
worth it.
there there you go. Okay, let's talk about the games. So tomorrow, Thursday, we've got the Cowboys and the Eagles. The Eagles are mixed in with their banner night with their Super Bowl hangover. What do we think? Are they going to have a hangover, or tell me how you think it's going to go? Let's say we're both going to have a prediction here, and we're both going to give a number, a point value of what this game is going to be. What do you think it'll be, Justin?
I'm looking right now at ESPN. ESPN's got the line at Philly 8.5. So I think that Dallas is going to be better than people give them this year, but it's very possible that Philadelphia just blows them out. I think Philadelphia wins it, but I think it's closer than going to be 8.5.
I think that's probably what I have it at as well. Um, I, I think the Eagles probably don't cover it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But I don't see the Cowboys really winning. Do you know if Dak Prescott is back for this game? I want to say he is.
Yeah, I think the whole Cowboys team is healthy.
And I feel like I know they just traded away Micah Parsons, which they just now figured out that he's dealing with some a low back injury. Um, but trading away Micah Parsons, I think they got a new head coach though, so they might have improved there.
Cowboys?
Let's say what do you think the point value will be here? We both have the Eagles
Yeah.
winning
ESPN's
straight
got the
up.
line at over under 47.5 points. I'm going to take the over. I think both teams are going to have some high firepower offense. I think George Pickens is actually going to make a mark in Dallas. I'm actually pretty high on the Dallas offense this year overall. Their defense is what scares me this year. If Dak can stay healthy, I think they'll be perfectly fine offensively.
So you think it's going to be over 47.5? What would you put the totals out for each team if you had to guess?
Let's see. I'm thinking like a 28-21 type deal.
28-21.
Maybe. Somewhere in that range.
Okay. All right, let's go 28-24 for Justin. I think it'll probably be I had actually written down right before this 28-20 Eagles. So that would mean that they do not cover the 8.5, but they get pretty dang close, which means you're sweating out that bet if that's your bet.
That's a good line. It's a really good line. It's hard because it's a touchdown field goal.
And I want to say that I don't think that Dallas has a chance in this game with how the Eagles just played last season.
Yeah.
But you never know week one how things might go.
Yeah.
And
Eagles
that's
got
why
better
we love
this year.
football.
I think the Eagles got better this year.
All right. So game one, Eagles get a win, 1-0. Dallas Cowboys fans are upset yet again. Now this year, it looks like we have a Friday game to start off the season as well. So back-to-back games. We don't have to wait till Sunday for the second game. But this will be the Chiefs and the Chargers. So what do we think? It looks like it's going to be a pretty international spotlight game. It looks like I think this one's in. Was it Brazil that they had a game last year? I think it's going to be in there again.
Yeah, this game's in Brazil. It's in Sao Paulo. I think I pronounced that right.
Is this where the game was last year?
I don't know.
The Ravens game that started off the season?
It was Green Bay and Ravens, right? Is that who it was?
I think it was. Do you remember? I've watched this game. Do you remember that they were like slipping and sliding? It was like it was like the turf because they're playing on like a soccer field, if I understand correctly, and they were like falling, getting hurt.
And Jordan Love got injured, went up the gate from it.
Yes, that's what I remember.
Yeah. I honestly, this game's a little bit controversial too because it's on YouTube this year and it's gonna be free for everyone. But the NFL's just done that so much this year with everything being on different platforms. I saw a thing the other day. You had to spend like an absurd amount of money to watch every single NFL game this season.
I think I heard that as well. I did not know about the YouTube.
Yeah, you have to have YouTube for this one.
Free to everyone, you said?
It sounds like it, yeah. As long as you have a YouTube account, I think you're good.
I wonder if it's YouTube TV or just YouTube.
No, just YouTube, it says. So
okay. Well, hey, we will take it. I'm a fan of anything free.
Yeah, free for me.
Yep, especially not spending a ton of money on services this year. So I'm not seeing every game, and I don't know if y'all heard, but I think Stream East.
Yeah, I seen that.
Being ran out of another country was caught for like not embezzling money, but like money laundering $62.5 million.
There's a bunch of other sites trying to like take up its domain and stuff, trying to get it back up and running, and I'm like,
well, hey,
we can't talk about that here. Actually, we probably should move on.
Not that we use those. Not that we use those services by any means. It's just something that I think I read earlier today.
Piracy in any form or fashion is wrong. Anyways, let's talk about football. Football, yeah. Kansas City,
okay,
LA,
we got the Chiefs and the Chargers in Brazil. So, Justin, do you want me to take the first crack on this one?
Yeah, we'll alternate back and forth.
Well, tell me this. Do you know what the line is since you have that pulled up?
Line is Kansas City winning by 3.5.
3.5. Okay, I'd looked earlier today and it was at 2.5. And in my opinion, I know the Chiefs make the Super Bowl. In my opinion, they had a very down year. Travis Kelce didn't look his best. Patrick Mahomes did not have a great year. Had a lot of yards, but did not have very many touchdowns. From what I remember, they didn't score a ton.
Yeah, they weren't insane.
And especially in fantasy. So I will say, I don't see the Chiefs losing. They might have one or two more years of this thing, but I don't see them using. I know the Chargers have Justin Herbert, and they're a very good team. And is it Lad McConkey?
Yeah,
Is that his
McConkey.
name? Yeah, he is very good. I think he plays the slot too.
He kind of all over the place,
But
but I'm pretty
anyway,
sure, yeah, he's mainly a slot guy.
gotcha. Well, I'm gonna go Chiefs. I don't know that they're gonna cover. Let's go low scoring game, 21-18, which means I guess they
Yeah, I
don't
like
cover.
that. I like that. That's a good line. I actually think LA has a chance at winning this one. I'm actually going to pick LA to win this one this week.
Okay. Oh man, we
It's
got
a hard
discrepancy here.
line, but with Rasheed Rice out, Travis Kelsey's a big question mark this year. I think he could be fine. I think he could do good, but I honestly think it's going to be LA to win this one and kind of wake up Kansas City. I think Kansas City will start to dominate later this year, especially when they get Rasheed Rice back. But Pacheco's coming back, finally
I
gonna be
know
healthy this year.
they have Hollywood Brown, but I know he didn't do a ton last year. But
Well,
they
he
got
was
him.
injured. He was injured.
I think yeah, he was like in the middle of the year too. So, do they still have? Oh, man, I'm forgetting his name right now. The guy who played for the
D Hop?
Steelers.
Oh,
Um,
Juju.
yeah, Juju. Do they still have him?
Yeah,
I think he might have
Juju's
scored a
playing.
touchdown or something.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
he
I
might
mean,
Yeah, I can
you
never
never
count
know.
out Andy Reid. Never can count out Andy Reid and Patrick
Okay,
Mahomes and the
let's say
rest.
this. Yeah, a couple late fantasy picks I got. I feel like I got Isaiah Pacheco fairly late from what I understood, but I know you weren't very high on him. You care to add in what your
Oh no, I
frustrations
actually
or
like Pacheco this year. At his ADP, he was great.
okay, okay.
I wasn't picking. I wasn't buying him when he was in like fifth, sixth round pick, but when I seen him drop like sixth or seventh, like late sixth, early seventh, totally cool with that because that's
Because I
really
mean,
good value. He's gonna get the goal line
with
touches
how
hopefully.
with how much they can move the ball, this could be he could be a very good running back. I mean, he could get a
Hmm.
lot. He could get a ton of yards and
Yep,
multiple touchdowns a game guy
yep.
if they decide to use him that way. I know Kareem Hunt did pretty good last year while Isaiah Pacheco was out. So I'll be interested to see how much they use Kareem Hunt versus how much they use Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, I actually grabbed Kareem Hunt as a fantasy stash in a few of my leagues this year, just because, frankly, there's not any good running back depth in any of those leagues available. But I think that if Pacheco goes down, Pacheco's kind of. I'm pretty sure every year I've seen him, he's been banged up at some point or another. So Kareem Hunt, I just felt like was a good enough backup to grab to just give me a little extra value. But I think Pacheco in late rounds is great value. I think LA is going to
Absolutely.
stop the run, and I think that their offense is going to be able to get the ball moving, especially with is it Hampton who they got the new rookie they got.
Hampton,
He looked really good when I seen some clips of him.
that sounds right. I feel like I don't know all the rookies like I should, which makes fantasy football thing very difficult. But I don't watch a ton of NCAA football as much as I do NFL. I feel like
Yeah.
NFL to me has always been a little more. Um, I don't know if it's just mainstream to me, but I've always followed fantasy, so I'll be interested to learn the new names and kind of see where we're getting at this year. But maybe I'll get a few good waiver wire pickups, which I feel like I tend to be okay at.
Oh, I'm gonna take him before you even get him. Don't worry.
We'll see.
And
We'll
just so you
see. The
know, we
waiver
are in
wire
two leagues together
is
this year.
definitely some games. Hey, can we talk about the Sunday games this year?
Yes, sir. All right, this is the
All
game I'm
right.
excited for. Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Okay, this one's actually tough. Do you have the line for
The
this?
line is Tampa Bay by 1.5.
Okay, so we got Tampa Bay. So we've got Baker Mayfield back. I think from what I've understood is Chris Godwin is hurt,
Yeah,
but
he's gonna be out for
Mike
the first
Evans
4 to 6 weeks. Is what it sounds like.
Mike Evans is coming back for his what would be his was it his not this would be his ninth thousand yard
No,
game or 1,000 yard
no.
season.
He broke Jerry Rice's record last year. I think it's possibly 12th or 13th. Hold on. Let
I
me look
think
this
I
up.
think he every year he's played, which I feel like he was like drafted in 2013. I feel like I'm guessing there, but that's what I would guess. Um,
Yeah, he's
I
completed
feel like
11.
every
So
single
this is his
year he's
12th
got
season. So I was really close.
that is ridiculous. That's even more than I thought, which
Yeah,
I think is a testament to how good he
he's
actually
a
has
baller.
been.
He's a baller.
Um, what how much? What did you say the line was for the Buccaneers
One and a
Falcons?
half.
1.5
Yep.
Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Falcons is Michael Penix Jr.
Yep.
Now
That's their
the
quarterback.
guy.
Yeah, they're starting him.
Okay. Okay. So I just don't see the Falcons having it all together in the first game. I just don't. I feel
Yeah,
like,
too much
um,
turnover, too much new things.
yeah, I'm going Buccaneers here. I think they score a lot of points because Baker Mayfield was on a roll. I'm going 31-16.
Whoa, so you're expecting a blowout? Well,
I
not
think
even
I
a
think it's going to
blowout,
be a
but
blowout.
I
I think
don't
it's going to be
think
as
it's gonna be a
close as
blowout.
you can get. I think Baker Mayfield's going to come out really, really gunning it, and we're going to see a lot of points early.
I hope we do. I don't see it happening. I think 1.5 is a good line. I think Tampa will barely beat them, but not by a lot. You have to look. Atlanta's got every weapon at their disposal. You got Bijan, you got Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts. Like you got these guys who are just insane players. They just haven't meshed and haven't played well together. So if they start meshing, they could be scary this year. I hope they don't mesh this year as a Bucks fan. I hope they don't mesh any year, really. But I have a very sneaky suspicion that they'll be pretty decent this year. I think the Bucks will take it, but by that 1.5 margin, it'll be close.
Okay. All right. Well, I like it. Can we move to the next?
Yep, Cincinnati and Cleveland.
All right. We got Cincinnati and Cleveland. So we got Joe Burrow, one of the best NFL quarterback years that I've seen in recent years, yet does not get the MVP nod because his team was atrocious last year.
His defense was. His offense was
What
great.
had defense was, yeah, offense was great. I mean, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, I feel like they both went off. They were both couple really high draft picks this year. I feel like T. Higgins was a little higher than I wanted to take him. Um, but nonetheless, you think the Bengals get it done against the Browns here?
I agree. Cleveland, we don't even know what their quarterback situation is. Is it who they starting now? Is it Joe Flacco? Is that who
I,
they come
I
out?
feel like they're starting Joe Flacco. I think
Yeah,
did they get rid of Kenny Pickett?
yeah. I think they traded him to was it Vegas?
I don't even remember, and
Something like that.
that
Yeah,
tells you how much I care.
yeah.
Um,
I think
but
I wish they'd start Shador. I think Shador actually has a bit of talent that people hate on the guy, but for a 5th round pick, they're going to have insane value out of him if he turns out to be anywhere near what people thought he could be.
that's true, and I think Joe Flacco started a few games at the end of last year for the Colts. Is that right?
Yeah. When Richardson went down,
I think he was playing pretty good, and the year before that, I feel like he was with the
he
Browns, and he
was
came in at the end.
balled out.
Most improved player,
I think it was comeback player. I think is what he got.
comeback player of the year makes total
Yeah.
sense to me.
Or maybe it was Demar who
Okay,
got it, but there was a nod to Joe Flacco who got it, something like that. But
so what are
yeah,
you giving? I am also going Bengals.
I'm
I
gonna go
think
Bengals,
Bengals
100%.
win. I think Bengals win by 7. Let's go.
I would say more.
I'm going to go 28-21. Tell me what you think.
I'm thinking mid to upper 30s in terms of score to like maybe 14, maybe 14
Okay.
17. It will not be a
So,
close game. I think it'll be a blowout. That's an easy pick.
all right. Next one. We got Dolphins, Colts. So Tua is back from yet another year of
Concussions.
concussion related injuries. So what do we think here? I know the Colts just benched Anthony Richardson for Daniel Jones.
Danny
So
Dimes.
do we think Dolphins or Colts here?
This is a hard one. I like Miami. Miami's got Devon Achan. You've got Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Like they got all the weapons in the book. Mike McDaniel's an offensive guru. ESPN's got Indianapolis winning this game. I don't believe in Daniel Dimes right now. I think Indianapolis doesn't have the greatest receiving core ever. You got Pittman, you got Josh Downs, you got who's that tight end? Is it Warren? Is his name maybe? The guy from Penn State. He's a really good tight end. I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head. I think it's Tyler
Yeah,
Warren. I
he
think
was.
is his name.
Yeah,
But
I know people look at him really high this year.
yeah, I just don't see them matching the offensive firepower of Miami. If Tua is healthy, Miami's probably top 3 offense in the league.
Yep, I agree. I think Dolphins here. What number would you pick it if you had to put number to this game?
Oh, you give me a hard time with all these numbers, man. I'm bad at math. I'm
This is one
looking
of the hardest parts.
I'm looking upper 30s to like high 20s.
Okay, okay. That's
Yeah.
fair. I
Yeah.
think they could probably win by 7 to
Nope.
10 points
I think
in
they'll win
this
by about a
easily.
10-point margin. Yeah.
Yep. All right, we got the next one. Raiders at Patriots. Two teams that I don't know that I'm very high on either one, but for me, definitely not. Definitely not the Pats. I feel like the Pats are in a rebuild phase.
Really? You don't like the
I
Patriots this
really
year?
do, and
Stephon
I
Diggs is
mean,
healthy week 1, you know.
I don't know how well. I don't. Even since Brady left, I'm not high on any receiver from the Patriots. I don't feel like their quarterbacks have been very good. I know a lot of people are high on Drake May.
Especially in
Um,
Carolina.
I just I don't think. I mean, I felt like this looks like Mac Jones back to back. I feel like we're at another Mac Jones who can make a Pro Bowl, but not be very good in the same year. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm actually pretty high on New England this year, but you know I'm higher on is Las Vegas. I really think Geno Smith can make it happen. You got some great receiving cores out of there. You've got uh, Brock Bowers, Deontay Thornton, Amari Cooper just came back, Jacoby Myers. You got a pretty stacked offense there in Las Vegas. Pete Carroll can make
Brock
because Pete
Bowers,
Carroll's coaching them now too. Don't forget.
Pete Carroll's back,
And
but also we've got Geno. So
yeah,
it's a bunch of new things here
but
for the
here's the
Raiders.
newest. They got the newest toy, Ashton
You
Genty.
Aston Chanty, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
I'm very high on him this year. I feel like he
Mm-hmm.
could be a Josh Jacobs plus type of guy.
Mm-hmm. You have to think.
He could have the same amount of carries and yards as Derrick Henry with the same amount of touchdowns last year as Saquon Barkley if he really wants to, if the
I don't
Raiders
go that
decide
far,
to
but Pete Carroll loves to
that way.
run the ball.
I think he really could. I am very excited to see what he got this year.
Oh yeah,
So me and you both think Raiders
absolutely.
in this one.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on. Cardinals at Saints.
Ooh.
So I think the Card. I feel like I don't like either of these teams. I feel like the Saints. I just said this about the Pats, but the Saints are definitely in rebuild mode here. I feel like
You're
they don't
like,
have. I feel like they have nothing together.
yeah.
I feel like the Cardinals are just a bit more cohesive.
Cardinals right now just don't have an identity. You look at a lot of these teams that are like decent, they have some sort of identity. Cincinnati, pretty good team. They're gonna air raid. Miami, air raid. You're looking at, Tampa Bay, pretty good balance, but they're known for their explosiveness. You look at Pittsburgh, they're known for their defense. You look at, let's see, just going down the list. Baltimore, very run heavy and very defensive.
Well, the
Arizona
Cardinals
just
do have
doesn't
games.
have that kind of identity. Like they have years of their run heavy, they have years of their pass heavy. I know they got Marvin Harrison, but I don't see it. They got Trey McBride. Trey McBride's pretty good. So they like those little
They
chip
got
plays.
James Conner
Yeah, James Conner if he
and
stays healthy.
Kyler Murray can run if he needs to, but I know he's not the biggest guy, which has been the knock on him for
Yeah,
years.
I think Arizona wins it by like at least touchdown. ESPN's got the line at 6.5. I think
I
Arizona
am
wins it.
I would
What's
not
that?
be surprised if the Cardinals win by more than 10 in this game. Um, I would definitely pick them
Yeah,
right
that's
up
an easy one. All right,
for sure.
Pittsburgh at New York.
Pittsburgh at New York. If I am correct, I feel like this is J.J. Watt's debut in the booth.
Is it? I didn't
So
hear
this
that.
is, I believe so, and I think so. This is like a secondary thing if you want to look at that to see how he compares to the likes of Greg Olson and even Tom Brady from
Yeah.
last year, just to see how that goes. But anyway, Steelers at Jets. This is Rodgers' return storyline. If we can get back to where he was a couple years ago, I'm just not
We're
sure
not.
if he has it in him after that Jets injury.
Yeah. So ESPN's got the line at Pittsburgh at 2.5. I'm smashing New York to win this game. I believe wholeheartedly that New York will win this game. Pittsburgh's
So
got
here, let's say this. Do you think the Jets will win this game because Aaron Rodgers is just not going to work in the Steelers organization, or do you think They just have it that much more together because of I don't know if it's coaching or
I think
you
the
just got
Jets
to
are
give
sneaky good this
something.
year.
You got to give something to the Steelers for having this many years of at least even par or better.
Yeah, I mean they're the definition of mid. I mean
But the Jets have been the definition of bad.
garbage.
Like
Yeah,
if you take it over the last 10 years, they have been rough.
yeah. I think Aaron Glenn came in there from Detroit. He's going to rebuild that defense. You got guys like Sauce Gardner on the defense. I DK Metcalf's good. Don't get me wrong. I think DK Metcalf will tear it up this year in Pittsburgh.
I
I don't
think he
think that
could.
chemistry will happen
I
right out the
think
gate.
this could be the perfect receiver for Aaron Rodgers. This could be
Yes.
his. I'm trying to think who it was back in the Greg Jennings or
Even Devontae.
James Jones.
Devontae was
He had a
there in the
few
prime.
receivers back in the day,
Yeah,
and Devontae later. But yes,
I think New York wins this. Justin Fields reuniting with his old college buddy and Garrett Wilson. I think they already have a little bit of chemistry already built up, which will help. I'm not the biggest fan of Brees Hall this year. I actually think that Braylon Allen's going to get all the goal line usage. So if you listen for fantasy,
I
would not go Brees Hall.
I know
But
all the media reports and fantasy gurus say do not start Brees Hall in this first game.
oh, absolutely not.
I
Not
don't know
against
that
Pittsburgh.
I don't know that I would go that far. I feel like I'd put him as my flex or even running back
It,
two if you have a
it's
really
yeah.
weak
I mean, if you're running back close like
lineup there.
mine this year, you
But
may start him.
I
But if you got anything decent, you're not starting him.
But Justin, I think this is the second game we do not agree on. I am going to go Steelers here. I think they win by 1 point. Let's throw a number out there:
Oh,
21-20. The Steelers over the Jets. Aaron
okay.
Rodgers has a slim chance of having a good year here,
I'm
but it starts
thinking.
off really well, just like the Jets did. I feel like a couple years ago, and everybody was excited.
I'm thinking like
All right,
27-17 Jets.
seven. You say
27-17.
7-17?
No, 27-17 Jets.
Okay. Well, we'll have to watch this one closely. We might have to put something on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. The Washington Commanders against the New York Giants. I feel like we've got a bunch of games this year in the week one that really could go either way. And I feel like this is one of them. I know the Commanders just made a deep run in the playoffs. I don't know if that was all luck or just circumstance. Once healthy people being healthy and things like that going into the playoffs. But let's say who do we think is going to win this one? Giants, Commanders
I'll let you start this one.
at,
I got last one.
at New York. Well, the Commanders have really strong momentum, like we talked about. They have a couple new weapons. They got Deebo Samuel in the offseason, I believe.
Mhm.
They also they signed Terry McLaurin back. They also have who's their tight end again? I think Zach Ertz.
Ertz, right? Yeah.
Yes, and I think he had a comeback year last year.
He was decent,
So I
yeah.
think he's okay. I think he's all right, and I think he can be a factor in fantasy if you get him late enough. He could be like a wide
Good late
receiver
round
or a
flyer.
tight
Yep.
end, top 15 tight end. Let's say that. Um, I'm definitely going Commanders here. I don't believe in the Giants. I also don't even remember who's starting for the Giants. I know they had DeVito last year, and they got Jackson Dart. Oh, they have a big quarterback lineup in their thing as well. It reminds me of how the Browns are doing this year. Believe they have Russell Wilson
Yep.
and Jameis Winston as well. I think they wanted to go Russell Wilson, from what I've understood.
So I'm looking at New York this year, and I think their offense can actually do something. They got Russell Wilson who can kind of do stuff with his legs a little bit. He can throw the moon ball, and you got guys like Malik Neighbors and Jalen Hyatt. I'm a big Tennessee guy, so I love Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt, man. I remember all those catches he went off for against Alabama. That deep ball, I think Russell Wilson's going to feed him this year. And you got Malik Neighbors who should give a little bit. It'll draw a little more coverage to Malik than Jalen Hyatt would draw. I see New York's offense kind of clicking pretty good this year, but I think Washington's just too good.
Okay, I thought you were going to go the way I thought you were going to go, and I was going to be a little surprised here, but I thought we were about to drop a bomb on
New York doesn't.
on the
New
first
York
week of the
doesn't stand a
podcast.
chance here. I think their defense is going to sell too much. As far as why they didn't make any major improvements to their defense, they may have made a few minor improvements, but nothing big enough to.
So me and you are both going Commanders. I think
Correct.
I see the line, and it might be incorrect by the time someone will watch this, but -6 is the line I believe
I thought
right
minus
now.
6.5.
-6.5. Either way, I think the Commanders might cover this one, just based on how last year went with the
Mm-hmm.
new weapons.
Yep.
Okay, let's get it. All right, next one, which is my personally favorite game because I have every year that we have a new year, I have hope for the Panthers.
And
It's
you're ready
very
to watch it get
slim.
crushed again?
And I watched them get crushed in the first 4 weeks every single year since Cam Newton left, and he wasn't even in the prime the last year he was here. But I feel like again, people are high on Bryce Young, and again, I want to see if he's got a shot. I know they're going to let him go again. Um, let's see how he does. Panthers at Jaguars.
I'll take this one
This
for
is
you.
okay. Let's get it.
All right, so baby Bryce, I'm a Tennessee guy, so I can't stand Alabama. Bryce Young's a good kid, though. He's a good kid. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's smart. He's got a great OC in Dave Canales. Or not OC, head coach. Dave Canales used to be the OC for the Bucks, and near the end of last year, their offense was starting to click a little bit. I was sweating bullets that game they played against Tampa last year when I think we went to overtime, or was it going to go to overtime or something like that? And I was like,
Yep,
oh my goodness, we're going to lose this game. And thankfully, who was it? Was it Hubbard or someone who fumbled the ball and gave the
I
ball back to
believe
Tampa?
so.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I can breathe now. But yeah, no, Jacksonville, I'm actually really high on this year too. Jacksonville could do really good things. You got Liam Cohen. They stole him from the Bucks. Don't even get me started about that. But Liam Cohen made Baker look amazing last year. Baker looked really good under Canales, but I think Baker took a step forward under Liam Cohen. I think Trevor Lawrence will take a step forward this year when he gets an OC that kind of is willing to work with him and understand the offense. You got guys like Travis Hunter. You got Brian Thomas on that offense. The run game's gonna be question mark, but
That's what I was going to ask. Who do you think is going to be for fantasy football? Which Jaguars running back would you even have? Because I know they still have ETN,
mhm,
but I feel like he's been a non-factor in the last year or so.
I think part of the
But
scheme. I actually like ETN this year. I've been disappointed.
okay,
I don't think I got ETN in any of my leagues, but I couldn't stomach taking him as early as a lot of people were. But yeah, I mean, I think he could be. I think he'd be worth something this year. But the
okay.
ADP, I was higher on some guys like Ricky Pearsall going around that range. I'm like, I can't take him.
But with the Panthers, are you excited to see? I don't even know how to pronounce his first name,
Oh,
but
McMillan,
McMillan, the wide receiver
yeah,
one. Yeah,
I could see him doing some really good things. Bryce Young's never had really an alpha receiver, if you will. You've had Leggett, you've had Adam Thielen, you've had a few guys, but I don't see it. I don't see any alphas he's had. McMillan's going to be that
would
alpha. I think Dave can
would
also be
you
able to scheme
hesitate?
him open.
Would you hesitate to start him in your fantasy lineup
McMillan?
this week, McMillan?
Uh,
Or would you take a shot in the dark? I know the Panthers just got Hunter Renfrow back, but they
mhm,
did let go and trade Adam Thielen, which was their
yeah,
top receiver last year when he was healthy.
yeah.
Um,
I'm trying. I
but
mean,
they do have Xavier Legette still, but no other, in my opinion, notable
yeah,
weapons on the offensive side other than
Chuba
Chuba
Hubbard, but
Hubbard.
I'm not even that high on
But that
Chuba.
that doesn't take away from what the wide receiver game could be. So if it were me and I had him on my fantasy lineup, I would definitely put him as my wide receiver too. I think he could put up wide receiver one numbers in week one going forward throughout the rest of the year.
I can see him putting
I
up
would
at least
not
15 to 20 points next week.
I don't think I would sit him just because we've never seen him before.
Yeah, I'm
If you
starting
say
a
that.
few rookies in a few of my leagues. I'm starting RJ Harvey. I'm starting for the Broncos. Starting some of my leagues. I'm starting Henderson. I'm not afraid to start rookies this year. This year's class has a lot of potential, in my opinion. Would I start McMillan over someone like I don't know Mike Evans, who'd be a lot of teams' wide receivers too this year,
feel like that's very close
I
matchup,
I would
even for me.
I would not start
I
McMillan
think
over Evans. I think Evans first was got a better matchup in Atlanta,
I
but I
think
also
Mike
think
Evans, while Godwin's out, Mike Evans is going to get wide receiver one numbers. He might even when he's back, but I think for the meantime, got to start Evans. But I would probably start both because there's a flex spot as well in
he's
most
Mr.
leagues.
Consistent. Yeah, he's Mr.
Well,
Consistent.
let's get back. Let's get back here. Panthers, Jaguars. It sounded like you might be going Jaguars on this one. Is that what you believe?
I think the Jaguars will win it, not by a lot.
Okay, so you're putting it within 5 points or so.
I'm putting it within a field goal.
Okay, well, this might just be hometown me again being swindled into thinking we might have a good year, but I have to go Panthers.
Oh,
I have
absolutely.
to think we are better than we were. I don't believe we will win more than 8 games, but I believe we can win this one. So it's going to be a good start. It's going to give me a good boost for week 2. But anyway, Panthers win this one in my opinion. Jaguars for you. Let's go to the next one. Titans.
I don't think it's going to be that interesting. I think it'll be
Titans, but the number 1 pick, Cam Ward, against the Denver Broncos with Bo Nix, which happens to be a very high fantasy football pick this year and did have a great year last year. So
yeah, but
we have
Bo Nix thoroughly
at Denver. They're at Denver, so they have the mile high advantage. Mile high advantage, and the Broncos are returning home. So what do we think here, Titans or Broncos? I think the Broncos had an okay year last year. I don't know much about the Titans other than Cam Ward and it being his first year and seeing all the things about he's getting up about 4:30 and getting to the clubhouse and getting started. So that's all I know. I have no clue other than that. I don't think he can just. I don't think one player can really bring a team in like that. But that's my opinion. What do I know? I'm going Broncos here by 3.
I'm going Broncos by at least 7.
Okay. Hey, we don't even need to talk about this one. You got anything else to add about the Titans and Broncos?
Denver's defense is going to humble Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward has a lot of promise and a good future. I don't think he's going to be able to get much going on Denver's defense this year.
Okay. Let's move on.
Yep.
San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks, the new look Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold now at the Seahawks. You've got Cooper Kupp up there. It'll be a pretty interesting offense out of Seattle. The big question for me is San Francisco's offense going to be healthy? You've got Brandon Ayuk starting the year on the IR. You've got Juwan Jennings, who's also, I think, questionable to start. He's questionable,
from what I've understood.
Contract
he was a really good waiver wire pickup last year, so
absolutely.
I feel like he should be really high again this year with the departure of Deebo Samuel.
I'm not much bigger on Juwan Jennings, and this is coming from a Tennessee fan. I would not start Juwan Jennings over someone like Ricky Pearsall this year. I think Ricky Pearsall is going to own that offense from day one and not look back.
I feel like
Puka Nacua from like 2-3 years ago. Whenever Puka Nacua broke out.
Before we give our picks for this game, we have to talk about one thing. We have to talk about if the top 10 pick, Christian McCaffrey, will he or will he not play in every game this year?
I sure hope not. Mostly because I got Brian Robinson on most of my fantasy teams as a stash. But Christian McCaffrey has been traditionally pretty healthy with San Francisco since he's been there. Last year was obviously, that big deal with was it 10-9 is that what he had?
Do you think he's just getting too old for his position in the NFL? Or do you think it's his high usage rate that this is happening?
I think it's his high use rate. He's getting abused. His body's getting abused. I don't know. I see San Francisco winning this game. Let's get that clear. I see San Francisco winning this game. If Juwan Jennings is playing, Ricky Pearsall is playing, CMC's playing, Brock Purdy, game manager, he'll hold down the fort, but that's about it.
I personally hope that Christian McCaffrey plays all year. I have him on my fantasy team, which is a big part of that. But again, like we said, with this team, I think actually Sam Darnold fits in perfect. I could see, and this is a stretch, but I could see the Sam Darnold Seahawks going a 13-4 or 12-5, just like the Vikings went last year with him, if he manages the game well without all the interceptions that he had when he played at Carolina. But in this game, I think the 49ers do get it done. They get back on track, win by 3 to 7 points here.
ESPN's got the line at 2.5 for San Fran.
Okay.
I
So
think San Fran
I'm
clears that
thinking
by a
San
good
Fran
bit.
covers it.
Yep.
I think they cover it. Next game, got a couple more here. Lions at Green Bay Packers. Cheeseheads.
You got cheeseheads? Really?
No. I'm just saying they're cheeseheads.
Oh,
I don't. I just think Jordan Love. It's Jordan Love versus Jared Goff. So it's honestly, to me, this one is one of the toughest ones to pick. I know Detroit is coming off like a fantastic year.
Mhm.
Honestly, I lean towards Detroit. I do love their coach. He's so enthusiastic and he's just fun to watch. But I'm going Lions here, and I think it's within 3. I think
Man,
it's very close.
yeah. I'm really excited to see the Lions offense. I love the Lions offense. They're so entertaining to watch. You get guys like Jameer Gibbs, Dave Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams. Jared Goff's
You
just been
gotta
kind of
feel
balling out. Like they look
you
so good.
you
Go ahead.
gotta feel good about Jared Goff too, and especially with
Yeah.
his story of Matthew Stafford taking his place and then winning a Super Bowl after Jared Goff had just made a Super Bowl and didn't get it done. You have
Mhm.
to think that Jared Goff needs a victory of his own too, and I feel like he already
You
has it
gotta.
here in Detroit.
Yeah, I think
But
Detroit's offense is gonna be pretty decent this year. Uh, I see it. I honestly see it being pretty hard to stop them, and their defense. Their defense is good. You got uh, is it Aiden Hutchinson? Is that the defensive player? The guy they got from
yes,
yeah,
absolutely. And I think he was hurt most of last
yeah.
year heading into
He
the
met them do
playoffs.
pretty good. Yeah. Give me Green Bay to win this game though. I don't see. I see Detroit
Okay.
having some struggles right at the gate offensively. I don't think they're gonna miss much of a beat, but I think they'll miss a little bit of a beat with them losing both their OC and Dave Canales, or not Dave Canales, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. I just see them having a little bit of offensive stumbles right at the gate.
Okay, well, we'll take it. We'll have to bet on this one as well. Next, we got the Texans and the Rams. Speak of the devil. Um, so, what do we think? We've got C.J. Stroud. Can he have a comeback year versus Matthew Stafford? He's aging quickly,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. I feel like the Texans have a pretty weak offensive line here, and the Rams are pretty good with their pass rush.
Oh yeah,
Rush.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. It's really hard for me to go against the Rams
Yep. Rams
with
play this
with
one.
Sean McVay. Um,
You got Puka Nakua.
I
You
think
got Devontae, who's
Kyron
finally making
Williams.
his debut. Yeah, Kyron. The
I
big
feel like
question mark for
Kyron's going to
me
have a big year.
big question mark for me is I'm curious to see how the Houston offense looks like. You've got Nico Collins who's out there. You got kind of Tank Dell kind of come back from an injury. No more Stephon Diggs. They got Christian Kirk. Is there anyone else we're missing on that offense in terms of wide receivers that don't
And
show
I
us as a
feel
tight
like
end? I don't think I'm
I
missing
feel
one,
like
am I?
there's one we're missing that I can't remember.
Let me double check this so we don't sound like a bunch of bums on this podcast.
We do sound like a bunch of bums, but it's
That's
okay
true.
because
Yeah.
it's our opinions.
Oh, Jaden Higgins, that rookie.
Okay, Jaden
But
Higgins.
yeah, I'm not
I
really
don't.
excited about this Houston team this year. I think their run game is too weak, especially the first few weeks without Joe Mixon. I've seen a rumor today that apparently there's a rumor going around that he got some sort of procedure the team didn't approve, and it went awry. I don't know how true it is. It may just be
Whoa,
clickbait,
I
but
did, I did not read this one. This is what I'm going to have to read up on for sure. Am I hearing that you're going Rams for
oh man, I'm pretty sure my friend would string me if I didn't go Rams. Yeah,
sure
I'm
on
going
this game?
Rams. Rams win this.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
both going Rams. Are we over or under 3 points?
I think Rams win it by probably six. I'm thinking two field goals
Okay.
potentially.
All right, they're over. Let's go to our Sunday night football game, first one of the year. Bills at Ravens. This is probably going to be one of the best games of the weekend. Very
Absolutely.
high octane rematch here. Um,
They're playing at
which way
Buffalo.
do you lean?
This is hard, man. You got guys like Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, kind of. If you want to give Zay Flowers some credit, I'm not big on Zay Flowers, but uh, you got man, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. That's a deadly combo right there.
Yep. Tell
Ravens.
me if I'm wrong. Um, does this, to me, this is like a new aged version of the Ravens and Steelers rematches from back in the day.
Yeah,
Their rivalry. This is how it feels now. This
absolutely.
is the Bills and Ravens thing.
Yep.
I,
I
I feel
think.
like
Go ahead.
I feel like we're definitely to that point because they've had so many matchups, and I think they've had a couple of them in the playoffs. It's just they're so close. They both have teams that are extraordinary in the regular season. Both have MVP candidate quarterbacks, and their offenses are just unstoppable. It's like high scoring drama every time they play.
Every time. Buffalo, you got Josh Allen, man. You can't ever count Josh Allen out. Josh Allen's, he just got married. I seen. That dude's just living it up right now. But I
Yes, he
think
is.
I think Buffalo's going to win this one. They're playing at Buffalo. I think the fans are going to play a little bit of a factor. Home field advantage. I know the
My
run
gut.
defense got destroyed by Derrick Henry last year, but I think
You
Buffalo's
have
gonna make this one happen.
you have the Buffalo Bills.
I have the
I,
Bills.
and my gut tells me to go Bills, but everything in my brain tells me Lamar Jackson is going to win this game and put it on his shoulders and probably run a couple touchdowns in along the way. I'm
Yeah.
going to go Ravens here, straight up. They don't even
Uh,
need the point and a half. I think they're giving them, but I think they're going to win it. This is a
really? Okay.
this is the closest game as you can get here in week one. It could be a playoff matchup down the road. So
Yep.
let's see what we're in for. We've got one more game. Monday
Yep.
Night Football. First Monday night of the year. We got the Vikings, the Bears. What a great game.
This will be good. This will be really good. We get to see Caleb Williams come back out. Uh, with the new OC and Ben Johnson. I'm very excited to see what they can do with him. DeAndre
Okay,
Swift
hey,
reunite with his old OC. You got Roma Dunze, who could have another breakout year this year. DJ Moore. The Bears have all the weapons in the world to
hey,
make this thing work this year.
I hope that you were right, and this is actually a good game. I was trying to be a little sarcastic. I don't believe this is a great game. I think they could have picked 5 or 6 matchups that would be better than this for the first Monday night
Really?
football game.
You don't
But
like a divisional
I think
matchup?
we have a couple. Who is the Vikings quarterback now? Is it McCarthy?
Yeah, JJ McCarthy.
Okay, so we got J.J. McCarthy versus Caleb Williams. Do you think Caleb Williams takes a step up this year and becomes the first 4,000-yard passer for the Chicago Bears?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
Do you-
I was
which,
not high on
which
Caleb
way are you going
Williams.
here?
I was not high on Caleb Williams last year.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you think J.J. McCarthy can pull out the win here with the Vikings in his first game, or do you
I
think
do
that
not.
Caleb Williams just playing a couple years is going to get them the win?
I mean, this will only be a second year. I think Caleb Williams is gonna pull this one out. Um, I think the Bears gonna have too good of an offense this year. You got Ben Johnson, man, like one of the brightest offensive minds in football. If there's anyone who's gonna make that offense sing, it's gonna be Ben Johnson. You got guys like Cole
And I feel
Kmet,
like they
Thailand.
have.
Like your weakest point is your running back and DeAndre Swift, and I think DeAndre Swift's better than people give him credit for.
He is good. I do think he was better with
Remember
the
what he did?
Lions.
You remember what he did with Ben Johnson on the Lions a few years ago?
That's
Same,
true. I
same.
didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
they're reuniting.
So which way are you? You're leaning Bears
Bears,
for sure?
Bears,
Are they keeping it close, or are they winning by
the
more than 3?
Bears. Do up.
Are they keeping it close, or are they winning by more than 3? You think?
Uh, I think it'll be 3. I think this offense is still young on the Bears. Like DJ Moore's only played for what, like 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah, and you know
So
how good he was with
he's
my
the
team.
veteran, but yeah, he was good with the Panthers. If you can look good on the
He
Panthers, you
was.
can look good anywhere.
And
Um,
we do our thing, and we trade away our good players. That's what we like to
mhm.
do over here in Carolina.
Yep.
Um,
Thanks for
and
Baker.
we
Well,
have
I
a
guess we have the
very
Rams first, but Yeah, still thanks for Baker. But
Well,
yeah, no,
here's my thing. Um, I am also leaning Bears here.
yeah.
I think they keep it close. So I think JJ McCarthy takes a while to get started. He's gonna make it a game late.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
it's gonna be low
It's
scoring though.
hard to count
It's
against the
gonna be
Jets, but Minnesota just
it-
doesn't have
it's
a run game this year, I don't think.
it's gonna be 20-17 or something like it, 20 to
It'll be
18 or
slow. It'll be a
something
low game.
around there.
Yep.
Well, hey, that concludes our predictions for week 1 of NFL football 2025. Is there anything else you would like to add, Justin, on this first episode of Triad Takes?
Nope. I'm just ready for some football this weekend, man. I'm ready.
Absolutely. And for the people listening to this, I hope you stay tuned because we're going to do this hopefully every week, and we might even have some off the wall comments about random things around the world of not only sports but whatever we can think of, because this is unscripted. This is just off the brim here. We're just trying to entertain ourselves at the same time as doing this for fun. So, guys, thank you for watching the first episode, listening to the first episode of Triad Takes. We hope y'all have a great night, and let's watch some football.